All right, so we're taking a look at target round number 1 from 2022. This is problems 1 and 2. On Tuesday, a beef market sold 400 pounds of prime rib steak at $9.98. So that is, I'm going to have a roll. So we have 400 pounds at $9.98 and that's a ribeye, prime rib. And then we're looking at ribeye also. And we sold 120 pounds at $6.49. And we are being asked what is the average cost in dollars per pound of steak sold on Tuesday. Now, here's the thing. It's really, really tempting to just average these two things. But you can't because the quantities are different. So what you actually have to do is figure out how much they sold in total dollars for prime rib and the number of dollars sold in ribeye, and then we can find the average by dividing the number of pounds. So we are allowed to use calculators, so I'm going to pull up a calculator, and so we have 400 times 9.98, so we get $3,992, and then we also have 6.49. We're going to multiply that by 120. We get 778.2. We're going to add that together, not subtract. We're going to add. Okay. Maybe I'll just retype it. So we have 3,992 minus 778.2, and we get why am I subtracting? I'm going to do it. I made the same mistake twice. At least I caught it before I said that's the answer. Plus 778.2, we get $4,770.20, and I sold a total of 520 pounds. So I'm going to divide that by 520 pounds, and that's a lot of beef. And so rounded to the nearest hundredth. What is the average? Oh, sorry, it's rounded to the nearest dollar, right? So, or cents, because this is dollars and cents. So it's $9.17 is my average cost per pound based on those two different meat cuts. All right, so number 2. Going on to number 2. Oh, this is kind of a cool one. So, two different numbers are randomly selected from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we want to know what is the probability of at least 7 if you were to add those together, sum of 7. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out, well, okay, how many different possibilities are there? Well, so I have, I'm adding two numbers together. And how many different options do I have for that first number? Well, I have 7 numbers, so there's 7 options. How many options do I have for the second number? Well, I only have 6 because one of the numbers has already been taken out. So 7 times 6 is going to get me 42, so I have 42 total options. All right, well, how many of those have a sum that is greater than, or 7 or greater, at least 7, so less than 6? All right, so there are two ways that I can do this. Either I can figure out how many combinations are going to be less than 7, or I can figure out how many combinations will be 7 or more. Either way will work. It would be a little bit faster in this case if you went for the number that are less than 7, but that's not what I did, so I'll show you what I did. So first, I said, what happens if the first number is a 7? So if the first number is a 7, that means I could add the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, or the 1. Okay, so that means I had a total of 6 options if the first number was a 7. Well, what about if the first number is a 6? Well, the same thing happens because 6 plus 1, the smallest number, still is 7, right? So that gave me 6 options as well. So what happens if I start with the 5? Well, if I start with the 5, I cannot have the 1, but I can have the 2. So that would give me a total of, because 2 is the smallest number I could use, so that would give me 5 options. I'm going to abbreviate that. So then if I started with the 4, well, can I use the 2? Well, no, it's 4 plus 2 is not 7 or more. So that means that 2 is out of commission, but the other ones will work. So that is a total of, that's my smallest number, so that is a total of 4 options. Well, what happens if I have a 3 first? Well, 3, so now that 3 is already in there, right? So if the 3 is already there, then I will have, I keep forgetting the 7. That means I have 4 options as well. All right. So then if I have the 2 first, the smallest number that would make this work would be the 5, that's 7. And so there are the 5, 6, and 7, so that's a total of 3 different options. If I start with the 1, well, it works if I have the 6 or the 7, so that would give me 2 total options. So then all I have to do is add these up. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 plus 8, right here, 17 plus 8 is 25. 25 plus 5, the 3 and the 2, that's 30. So that gives me a 30 out of 42 chance of getting a sum of 7 or more, but 30 over 42, that's not okay because that can be reduced. And in math counts, you have to reduce your answers to simplest form. So I know 6 goes into both of them, and so that gives me 5/7, which is in fact the correct answer.